G'day, greetings and salutations. Welcome to another Dragon Bros video. This video, it's been inspired by the it's Building Beautifully, a wonderful young YouTuber from New South Wales, Australia. He did a thing on the Carlingford line, which could have easily have connected to Epping, and there was like, so they could have done this with the railway, that with the railway, something else with the railway, but didn't come pan through, if they do a metro from Epping to Carlingford, it would have had to redo everything when it comes to the point of destroying bridges, destroying this, destroying that, destroying the other. I asked this to you, my friend. Haven't you thought about like a T service? Like in Western Sydney, there's like the T80, which goes from Liverpool to Parramatta, or the various other T numbers going from Blacktown to all points to the east as far as Parramatta, to far west as Penrith. Such a thing can be done. Such a thing can be made. Since it's just been basically like a blank bit of strip of grass, they can easily convert that into a E station. If you were to look at the whole aspect of it, you can do like a little interturn thing going in towards the light rail section of the Carlingford, at the end of the Carlingford tram, or Parramatta, from Westmead to Parramatta tram line, to having at the more or less the Epping side of things, you can do shared road or shared vehicular properties when it comes to the more Epping side. With that 3.3 kilometre gap between the two, I can see at least three bus stops in that area, with stopping with location. We can have, you just name them like Epping Southwest, Carlingford Northeast, and have like something literally in the center, which can allow for more traffic from the Carlingford tram stop or light rail stop to the train, metro interchange, also bus interchange too at Epping. I just see these things becoming more prevalent. With if you say, we want to continue on here, but we can't with the rails or the light rails because it would cost too much money, or yada yada yada, financial stability or something like that, they can do that. There could have been a rail network from Liverpool to Parramatta, going west and then going back east. But I don't think that there would have been much of a a sense of wonder or enjoyment when some parts of it cross uh, the Hume Highway. Some of it literally travels along the Great Western, and not only that, it crosses over the Elizabeth Drive and other such thick arterial thick arterial sections of the road, literally of the road. And some places there literally it has literally cut through the front, like literally the property of schools. With Busby West Primary School being the school that I once went to, and have seen that the front where I used to go through the gates is no longer there. It's just like this fenced up part where the railway, well, not the railway, the T80 has gone through. But back to the Epping to Carlingford T route. It's not that far from the imagination to think of such a bus route, and maybe in between do like at each little 1 kilometer do like a little open up like a little Carlingford like northeast shopping mall. It doesn't have to be like, a huge Woolworths here, Coles there, Audi somewhere else. You could have like a small corner store, or it doesn't have to have like a Supre here or a Mecca there. You could have like these little independent stalls, like the ones that go to around every shopping centre, making it have like more of a permanent structure in how things are being produced, how things are in that area. It's just, you can build something small, like 100 meters by 100 meters over the station. Have lifts to go up into, most probably going to be like a single level train stop, like single level shopping centers for these T80 or these TEC or CE networks to encourage growth in the area. Like, you can have, as you may mention in the Chatswood video, that you can have like diverse, strong, vertical connections around a certain area. I'm not thinking like 7, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 story apartment blocks with like two or three stories of shopping below. I'm just talking around about like between maybe 4 or 5 levels of apartments around that area. You just chop off like one house on each side, make that into you can transfer that, chop off 2 houses and build a corridor into the into the transit bus route, where you can have like little independent stores, like a little independent Vietnamese bakery. You can have little Indian samosa store. You can have a little ice cream store here. You can have a little. It's like these little stores that do specialize in one or two dishes. Or you can have like a little milkshake, like ice cream slash milkshake store, and it would build up those areas, and you could have with people going south to like the south, yeah, southwest to Carlingford, get on the Carlingford line, then go into Parramatta, or you can have like a bus interchange and have like buses going into Carlingford, going from east as far as where I am now in the city to to Parramatta or Westmead in the west, and maybe it's probably south to like Fairfield or Liverpool, and yeah, it's in that sort of situation. And it's just so easy. It's just so brilliant to think that you can do these things in such an orderly fashion. Like like 8 houses taken away for you know busy like one football field side to another football field size shopping center on top, which will bring more money into the area. I don't see why that can't happen. Or since it's like such a wide track, they could easily turn the whole 3 point something or other kilometer section into something like a huge shopping center, like a 3 kilometer long shopping center with like a bus route going through the center, maybe 3 levels. Have like the bottom level for shelter. You can just have like the top level for eating. Bottom level you can have like different grocers, different convenience stores in that, but then you can also have in the middle certain fashionable pieces of rental usage. You have like a a couple of like one toy store at the like in the Carlingford side, one at the Epping side. You can have one in the centre. You can have various shopping centres, not just shopping centres, but shopping points. You can have like a barber here, like 3 barbers. You can have a huge number of not a huge number, but a decent number of shoe stores, clothing outlets, accessories, and just to make that part of the let's make that small part into like a mini city of some sort. Then you could have like the Epping side. You can have like a something there to represent the people of Epping. You can have the Carlingford side have do like a shopping centre on near the Carlingford a stop. Maybe do like a 3-story structure. Have different businesses. Have 2 levels of businesses. Maybe 2 levels of living arrangements, or we could even have another 4 levels on top of that just for living. Whereas close to the as you may mention in the Chatswood station, you got the metro, you got the buses, you got the trains. They can do something you can do something at the Carlingford side. You got the light rail here, you got the buses here. You got a route to Epping, make things a bit more easier, a bit more instead of having like a traffic thing, just make it a solitary bus route. You can call it as I said, the TC-E or the C or TE/C or something along those lines, as I made mention of it. But as other people say, it has to come down to money and finances and that, which is understandable. But there is a great opportunity for this part of Sydney to grow. And you said it's a great place to grow. Finish off something that was set out 50, 60, maybe even 70 years in the past, and to make it flourish and make it grow into something more productive for future generations. And on that note, I'm going to say to the wonderful man who makes Building Beautifully, thank you for making that video. And yeah, I just want to say thank you to him again. Hope you have a good one. See you in the future, my friend.